So electrical hazards in the home, the biggest one that everybody thinks about is electrical shock, right?
Correct.
Electrical shock, and the main thing with electrical shock to keep in mind is that 1 milliamp of electricity across your heart can cause a heart attack or heart arrhythmia and could lead to death. So electrical shock's pretty serious. Electrical safety that's installed in all our fixtures and things like that, a lot of that has been mitigated, so we don't have as many electrical fires as we used to, thankfully. But through stupidity, we can still cause electrical fires. Okay, and by stupidity, I really mean ignorance. Okay, and not understanding or not knowing. Okay, extension cords. Yeah, I mean the ignorance that people have out there as far as their total understanding of electrical safety is very, very low. And so for that reason alone, you shouldn't be doing too much of your own electrical work. Okay. If you want to replace a light fixture and you're extremely handy, cool, go for it. If you're not, you either need to educate yourself a lot and put a lot of time into educating yourself about that before you take on that project, or you need to call a professional, which would be the better way to go. Okay. Not only is you're assured that the fixture is going to be installed correctly, okay, and safely, but you're not having to do all the running around all the time and all the effort and all the things that go along with the learning part of it.
Well, that's a lot of what people don't understand is the material aspect behind this, to run around and find that and get the right part. It takes so much time.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And when you don't realize what you're doing, it's 10 trips back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it's like me doing plumbing. Back and forth from Home Depot. It's like, oh my God.
Instead of getting it all done the first time. How much are you spending? Your time's worth money.
It is.
And basically when you're looking at electrical work, things are not as cheap as you might think. So
I mean, to do a light fixture isn't the end of the world, because you can turn the switch off.
You can turn the switch off.
And the power's off.
Yep.
And you know it.
Yep. You can turn the breaker off.
Yep. Or you can turn the breaker off. But 9 times out of 10, I'll get people calling me, my husband changed that light this weekend, and now the whole kitchen's out.
Yeah.
We need light. Can you please come today?
Yeah, because
he mixed up a wire. It's something very simple.
Yep.
That messes you up.
Yeah, or replace an outlet, and now none of my whole living room doesn't work anymore, and it's because they're all wired in series, and you mess one up, and then
and you don't know who wired the house before. Yep. They might not have done it right.
Yeah,
and so now your colors that you're looking on YouTube video don't match, and now they mess up a color of the wire because the other electrician didn't.
And now nothing turns
on. Now nothing turns on.
Yeah,
and so then we're there fixing it, and it's harder, and so it's just easier. Give us a call right away.
Yeah, give them a call. Get it in. That's how far out are you guys booking?
I have 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's not bad.
No, it was 3 months.
Yeah, considering the labor shortages and stuff like that, so 2 weeks is not bad at all.
We have caught up.
Yeah. But definitely something that you don't want to mess around with when it comes to electrical safety. So, and if you don't want to do it yourself, if you have high bulbs, you can always call a qualified electrician, Meyers Electric. Their information is also up on our website, helpfulhomeinspector.com. You can get their information there, whether you want to email Bill or you want to give them a call to set up an appointment. Give them a jingle. They'd be happy to come out and help you with your project. One of the things with electrical safety is grounding. It's a thing that's commonly misunderstood. Okay, a lot of people don't know a lot about grounding and why grounding is important and things like that. If you have a 2-prong outlet in your house, okay, and you have a 3-prong device like television,
stereo, radio,
you don't plug that into the outlet because there's 3 prongs, right? So some people are going to get these bypass connectors, right? You're eliminating an important piece of that device and putting your new $1,400 television at risk because you bought this little thing that, now I can get power to it. Yes, but now you don't have any place for any excess electrons to go. They're going to go back into the device and they're going to fry the device.
You got it. So especially lightning or surge.
Lightning surge. I mean, and while here in the United States, our electrical grid is much more stable than elsewhere in the world. It still has surges and fluctuations occasionally, and
all the time
that could damage your device, and that's where this grounding comes into play. The grounding also will help in the event of electrified, canister screws, all that kind of stuff that might be in there as well to save your life. Okay, but with grounding, it's something that's essential and it needs to be done properly. And if you don't have a good ground on your outlet, if you don't have a good ground on the house, if you don't have a good ground at the electrical panel, it's a system that all has to work correctly together. Now, you can screw up one piece of that grounding and you screw it up for everything else.
It's very serious because, so for example, a ground goes from your electrical box also to your water bond, your plumbing system, and hopefully out to your well and into the ground. That's the best ground.
Yeah.
If that, let's say someone moves into your house and cuts that wire, and now you don't have a ground on your house, period.
Yeah.
Now you don't have anywhere for that excess electricity to go to ground out. So it can electrify your whole home.
Or people had those grounding rods outside,
Yep.
You see some pipe sticking out of the ground of the wire and you just disconnect it because it's in your way when you're cutting grass. You just eliminate the ground from your house.
So if lightning hits your house, anything, or if you have a short, it'll heat up all the metal parts that it's touching. It could heat up your faucet. I mean, I remember years ago, I plugged in my Sawzall back when we plugged tools in, and I went to touch the pipe that I was going to cut, and it was sparking.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
No,
that's not a good sign.
The pipe was hot.
That's not what you want. Yeah.
So thank God I was there, and we fixed it. We found it. The ground was cut.
Yeah.
And that was it. I remember one time at a restaurant, we had their counter. It was a stainless steel counter, and the kids were touching it when they were prepping food.
Oh, okay.
And if they touch that counter in a different pipe,
they got electrified.
Not good. And it was 110.
Yeah.
I got there and I put my meter on it.
At least it's 110.
The table had pushed against a floor outlet.
Oh, and it was electrified the table.
Yeah.
Oh. So, but
if that table were grounded, it would have solved. It would have tripped the circuit. Yeah. But who would ground the table?
Who would think to ground the table? But if it bumped against the outlet, the canister or the outlet
should have thrown. But it's just the certain way
sometimes
it did.
Happens.
It's serious.
Yeah. Now, we're not going to geek out on it too much, but there is the thing that's closely related to grounding called bonding, and that's basically just making sure we have continuity through the ground, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't really need to worry about bonding unless you're an electrician or a home inspector,
that's
or
pools.
A pool. Yeah. But when you hear bonding and grounding, just worry about the grounding part. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, you guys. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to know when we put out the next one, give me a bell notification. It's a little bell on the bottom right-hand side. And subscribe. You want to know when I'm coming out with new stuff or whatever. You want to be able to check us out and be alerted to new video content coming your way. Subscribe button's really the way to go. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Remember, the better you take care of your house, better it's going to take care of you. Have a good one.